Do you see anything?
This meeting is being live streamed.
Setting up. Very good. We're coming at you. Done. Hello, hello, hello. We have. You're on, girl. We are on. Yes, we're on. Do you see anything? Okay. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Hello there. So good to see everyone. I'm feeling love. I feel love in the air. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. How about that? I'm excited. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So good seeing you. I'm so glad that you're here. I would love to know if you have heard my teachings before. If you want to type that in the chat, if you're on Zoom, if you're on YouTube, you can type in the comments there. Let me know if this is your first time. And I want to know, okay, so that if you're here to call in love, all right, if you're looking for that special someone in your life, or if you're looking to rekindle your love, or both. So, what is it? What attracted you to this? Ah, yes. Yes, you have. Thank you. Hi there. Good to hear from you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you for being here, guys. This is so good. This is love is everything. It all comes down to love. Isn't that what we're looking for? And I just want to know, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how aligned do you currently feel with love? We're today, I'm going to go ahead and mute. If you want to mute yourselves, just so we don't hear the backlash. Thank you. Today's not about, it's not about chasing love. It's about becoming a match for it. So whether you're looking for that soulmate, that special person, or whether you are rekindling your relationship with someone, this is the place to be, because I have some things to share with you. I want us to just take a minute here and just relax and just be in the moment. I don't know if you've ever felt lonely, if you felt like you were not worthy, maybe not worthy of love, unchosen, wondering what's wrong with me? Why can't I find that special someone? Do you ever feel like disconnected with the person that you're with right now? I want you to know that you're not attracting the wrong people, but you're broadcasting this old frequency. And so what we're doing today is we're learning how to keep ourselves on the frequency of the person that we're attracting into our life, or the person that we're with. Why are we maybe having some problems, maybe arguing, maybe not talking at all? Look, I've been there. So I was, I felt very lonely. I felt like I needed that person. So I'm taking you back. I'm taking you back a few years. And there was a time in my life around, I would say 21, 22, that I noticed that my friends had that special someone. They were getting married, they were moving on with their lives, and I felt so alone. And so I felt like I needed that person to complete me. We've heard that before. You complete me. But I believe, and I know now, that when you feel whole and when you love yourself, you come from such a different place. I thought it was the thing to do. I thought it was what I needed to do. And I got married at a young age. I didn't know who I was. I didn't even know that I didn't love myself, that I didn't know myself. I was so unaware. And it took a long time. I went through the movements, I went through the motions, but I never truly enjoyed my life and lived my life. And that's why I'm here today, to be able to share my story with all of you so that I can help others. I was desperate for love. You know, things are different now. I see that. I realize that. We're going back to the 90s here for me. And I wonder what your beliefs are and what you're looking for. And I don't know whether you believe that there is one person out there for you or different stages in your life. You know, my marriage did not last, but that relationship, we brought in two beautiful children into this world. So I would never change anything in my life. I have no regrets, only love. And sometimes things don't work out and we do have to let them go. And it took me a long, long time. And I'll tell you what, it was in 2018 that my life changed. My daughter was 22 years old at the time and was in a very bad accident. She was in college. She had to move back in with me. I became a caregiver for her. And when we could look at it at the time, it seemed like the worst thing in our lives. It seemed like I couldn't believe it was happening. But today, years later, I'm kind of grateful for this, for that, for what we went through, because it made me wake up. I said, I'm not living this way anymore. And sometimes we're handed these things in life and we don't understand at the time until later on in our lives. And I had to learn to love myself. You see, I think it was about, I would say, 2015, somewhere around there. I had attracted an abusive relationship into my life. Well, okay. So I know a lot of us have dealt with some things like that. And why did that happen? Because I was in a very bad place in my life, you know, after the divorce and trying to recover from all of that. I was trying to find my place. And I felt lost. I was lonely. I was I started I started drinking a lot. I My life just felt so empty. And I know now because I can look back at how I felt about myself, my energy that I was putting out into this world was very desperate. And I was vibrating at a very low energy. So, what was I attracting into my life? I was attracting other people on that same level of energy. And so, when I was able to let go of that and move forward, I started to do things differently. And in 2021 was the big year. I don't know if you guys know Bob Proctor. If you've heard of Bob Proctor, Bob Proctor was in the movie The Secret, the documentary, which I watched so many times throughout the years. thinking that this documentary was going to change my life. And it did for like a day or two. It made me feel good about myself and want more for myself. But there was so much more to this that I didn't realize. And so Bob Proctor hosted a week long training online, and I joined this event. And I said, this is exactly what I needed. This was exactly. And I attracted that into my life because I wanted more. I asked for more. And when we ask for more, everything's going to come to you. Now, sometimes you're going to deal with some little contrast with that because when you're wanting to grow and evolve and do more in life, you are going to be hit with some things, but you have to understand that it's all for your good. And so after studying with Bob Proctor for that year, really taking time for myself and really thinking and writing down the things. What do I want? What do I want in my life? Have you ever wanted something so deeply and you kept attracting the opposite? That's what that's what happens, and it's okay. You know you're on the right track. Trust me. Bob Proctor had a way. He studied the law of attraction his whole entire life. He became a teacher of manifestation. What are you attracting? Look at your life right now. Look around you. What do you see? These things, the people and the things in your life, if you're looking around and really truly being aware of everything you're surrounded with, everyone you're surrounded with, everything, you'll notice if you're on the right track or not. And so I decided it was time to work on me. I was baptized again too. I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to completely start my life again. And it opened doors. It started opening doors for my life. I ended up writing a book with my daughter called She Looks Fine. And in this healing journey of helping her heal from her accident, I also was healing inside. Didn't even realize. The thing is that we have to think, what did you learn about love growing up? What did you see? Because, see, we are programmed before the age of 7. That's kind of like what helps us navigate the world. And it's so easy for us to blame our parents on things in our lives. It's so easy to become the victim of things. But it's also so easy to change your mindset, to change your thoughts. You know, Bob said, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So, who are you being? You know, are you someone that is authentic and loving and caring? Do you see yourself as chosen? Do you feel that you are worthy without a partner? Because I believe that is the most important thing. To say, first of all, I stand alone. I stand who I am, where I am today, and I love myself and I deserve the best because I give the best. And so when you know that you are worthy and then you deserve it, and then you are vibrating on that energy, you're attracting that into your life. So part of the goals and dreams of my life was to find that special someone. And so didn't even realize it at the time, kind of smacked me in the face that I met that special someone. And I had been asking and asking for them, and they came into my life, and I was scared. Yeah. Why is that? Well, sometimes we have to take the time and just reevaluate our lives and say, why do I feel this way? Well, what am I afraid of? We all deserve happiness, true happiness. When you feel that relationship and you don't feel lonely, you feel right, you feel good. Feel the relationship before it arrives. Because when you are putting off this desperateness, this loneliness, you're attracting people that feel the same way. So when you come from a place of love and wholeness, you will attract that person into your life. And if you're in a relationship and you feel lonely, maybe you need to do some reflecting and open up your heart and look for the good in that person. Energy is everything. It's your thoughts, it's your emotions, your vibration and attraction, and your dominant feeling becomes your signal. So, what emotion do you most often feel about love? How do you feel about love? Are you constantly looking for someone? Are you constantly I took time and I did not date. I took time for myself because I wanted to be the person, I wanted to be the best of myself. I wanted to be able to give that person the best of me. And how can we do that when we're empty inside? You don't from this control, you track from that alignment. When you elevate your frequency, your partner meets you at that energy, at that frequency. One of the things that I did, I want to share with you, I decided that when I started dating again, I wasn't jumping into bed. I was going to make them wait. I was going to make them wait for it because I knew that we needed to be friends first. And I have to share with you. So, my daughter has this song called Wait for It. My daughter, Paige, you got to check out this song. Paige, all caps, Paige, wait for it. She's on here. You can jump in if you want. You want to say something about this song? Please
Thank
share. Please
you.
share why you wrote this song.
I wrote down friends first. I love that. Um, my fiance and I were friends first. He's actually friends with my brother first. So it's kind of funny how it all came around, but I love how you said I didn't just jump into bed. You know, when I started meeting with people, we had to be friends first. I think that's very authentic, very true. And so the song Wait for It, it's it's crazy because you look back, that was released a few years ago. It's definitely still to this day one of my best songs. And, it was promoted at, I was actually able to sing it at an event that was done in like a courtyard in Cincinnati. And it was actually for women who have become pregnant, especially women who, younger girls in foster care and things like that. That was the day you and Michael and everyone came. And, it's a constant reminder, like, to have the man wait. There's no reason to rush into things, whether that be physical or emotional. You can start out as friends. Yeah.
Yes, you
And just
can.
have that, appreciation for yourself, have that self-love for yourself. For
Respect.
respect is the word I was looking for.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
Yes. I respect myself enough and I love myself enough
Mhm.
that not only I'm making you wait, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
we all want that. We want love that involves all of those things. But you've got to be friends first. Get to know each other first.
Yeah. Because once you pass that boundary, there's no, you can't, of course, you can be best friends and friends, but you can't go back and rewind time and understand what a friendship would look like if you skipped that part. And this is my baby, everyone.
And look at where you're at today. Oh
Yeah,
my
pretty crazy.
goodness.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
so beautiful, right? Compared to start well, probably 10 years ago for both of
Yeah.
us where we were really struggling.
10 years ago, and even 5 years ago, when I started dating my fiance, like, we did wait, and, he was, TMI, but he was really taken back by it. So to get even more in depth in the conversation of wait for it, like, you know, more so a man is gonna be surprised by, your respect of yourself, and it's gonna make a difference.
It does. And okay, Michael, I'm shouting you out. um, you know, because he knows and I know that it is what helped this relationship and it was built on a beautiful foundation,
Mhm.
a foundation of getting to know each other. And we knew that it was going to be good. Okay. And to wait for it was perfect. It
Yes.
really was.
Yep. If you want me, wait for it.
It's such a good song.
It's a good song.
Need to get that song out there today.
I know.
Oh my goodness. So I think what you need to do is just to realize, what do I want? And so, start writing this down, start journaling. I finish the sentence. Okay. I am the woman who is. How would you finish that sentence? I am the woman who is, I'm going to say, in love with my life. I'm so grateful for everything. And I was grateful when we were in that little tiny apartment. You've got to be grateful where you are today. This year, I released a manifestation journal, and it's about gratitude and manifestation because you've got to be grateful. You can't keep wanting. You've got to be happy and grateful where you are today. And what I encourage people to do is to write down every day things that you're grateful for because that gratitude brings more goodness into your life. I've seen it. So, another thing to do is to write down all of the qualities, characteristics that you want in a partner. This is the best exercise that you can do. Write these things down. Everything you're looking for. Okay, so you want someone that is kind and honest. Just going to give you a few examples here, okay? So if I want someone that's honest, then I need to be that first. How can I ask them to be a certain way if I'm not? So the first thing to do is to make that list of the qualities that you want in a partner. And we're not talking about looks, of course. It's nothing about that because that'll surprise you. You never know. A 6'3" man may come into your life. So we're not looking at that. We're looking at the qualities that we want, and we're writing that down. And we're going to work on becoming that person. So when you're that person that is honest and loving and caring, then you will attract that person into your life. I didn't want the normal. I wanted exciting. I found, I love music. And all of the things. How can where can you start being that version of yourself today? So the reason that I decided to do this event today was because I believe it was 2 weeks ago, I ran into an old friend and I was telling her, she could see how happy I was. And I was telling her about my life and how, you know, how my daughter now is also with someone and they have this beautiful baby. And actually, my son is with found his woman, his partner too. And so we all at the same time. And she was like, "Ah," she's like, "Where's my person?" And this girl is beautiful. She's adorable. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So so when we're coming from a place of where are they? Where are they? Do you feel that kind of a little bit of a needy or a desperate kind of like I really want that person. So coming from the place of wholeness and love, it will come to you when you least expect it, doesn't it? How would that person, I even changed the way that I present myself. And how would that person walk into a room, the version of you? What does she do differently? How does she carry herself? How does she talk to others? So, also, I have to bring another example. If you've seen the movie The Ugly Truth, and this was very interesting. I'm glad that my daughter brought this up because in this movie, I'm not going to say exactly what he says, but he's like, uh, if you've seen it, he's like, well, you know, would you yourself? So then why would anyone else want to if you wouldn't? Do you love yourself enough? Do you feel that beauty? Do you feel good energy? That's what you're putting off. I think that movie's very interesting in so many ways. Authenticity. It's just about being your authentic self and showing people who you are. You become more of yourself. So, awareness is always the first step in changing things in your life. So, you just need to look around you and see what you're surrounded with. Be aware of that. And if it's not what you want, then what do you need to do to change those things? So, going from awareness and just understanding and realizing and then having that desire for more. You've got to have the desire. And then you have to make a decision that you're going to do those things that you need to do. I decide today, we're not waiting till Monday. We're deciding today that I am going to love and appreciate everything in my life and myself. And if there's something I don't like, let's change it. What can we do? And looking at our programming, is there anything I need to change in that? What do I want to change about myself? Because that's okay. You're rising above. And so then we're going to release those things that don't serve us. Release it. We're going to let it go. We're going to say, you know what? This is who I was in the past, but this is not who I'm going to be anymore. I am here today as a woman who did not go to college, um, and struggled most of my life, but also knowing that I was meant for more. And so by moving yourself and stepping into the next version of yourself, you are attracting that. Even the relationship that you're in now, sometimes you think maybe there's someone else out there. But if you're with that person, I believe you can make that work. I really do. I have a 6-month program that I work and help. I work with you and I help you embody these new ideas in your life. I told you I watched the movie The Secret for so many times and nothing would change. It took practice and it took years for me, years to be where I'm at today. I'm also now a 4-time author. And I just keep listening. I keep listening to God and having that relationship with God, and my faith has been the number one key to getting where I'm at today. You have to believe that everything is working out for you in God's plan, even when it seems like it's not, even when it seems like your world is turning upside down. You have to understand that you had to go through those things. How do you learn? How do you grow? How do you evolve? It's not mistakes. It's just lessons learned. And you've got to learn to make a new decision, to make a new choice in your life and say, going, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not settling for this. And that doesn't mean just walking away from people and walking away from things. It's having those real conversations because your relationships, not just with your special person or your soulmate, not just that, but everyone in your life, your relationships will improve. When you be your authentic self and you come from a place of understanding and understand that everybody is going through something. So having compassion for others, having compassion has really helped me. I actually, I work in a hair salon as well. And I had a very long day yesterday. Um, and clients come, I was like, yesterday was all about, it wasn't just doing hair. We had some, we had some consulting going on in that room, I'm going to tell you. Sometimes we just need someone to listen to us, just to listen and to lift us up and to let us know that it's going to be okay. So healing that past, healing the past things and waking up and saying, this is who I am today. This is what I want. You know, we're coming into the year of the fire horse. That's like 6 days away. February 17th begins the year of the fire horse. We're leaving the year of the snake. The year of the snake was letting go, shedding the things that don't serve us. I can see it. I can see it with everyone around me. And if you've really done the work, then you're ready to step into this year. All of your blessings are coming to you: love, happiness, health, and wealth. That's what we want. And if you need that guidance and that mentorship, reach out. Reach out to me and let's have a conversation. Let's have a consultation and let's see if I can help you. I know that I had to go through those things so that I can help others. And I'm so grateful. It's crazy. So today also, um, my daughter has a new song out today, don't we? What I like,
Yes, we do.
what I like. So I love this because you still, even though you just had a baby, you're still focusing on yourself. You're still doing your thing.
That is like, of course, taking care of my babies, you know, a life or death priority, but like a priority that's not life or death, is like the most important thing to me is dropping more music and focusing on my career.
Yes.
So
It,
it feels so good to drop a song today. You don't want that.
Congratulations. It's so beautiful too.
Thank you. It's might be my best one yet.
Did you write the song all by yourself?
Yeah. I always have a little bit of help with my producer, and who's also my fiance. um, but yeah, it was, yeah, mostly me. And I'm very excited to do the marketing for this one. So
Did you
this
write
one, oh, sorry.
did you write this while you were still pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, you had to. It's only been like,
Yes, I would have released the song, and that's why it's all about like divine timing and stepping into like where you're supposed to be, because like you said, I wrote this when I was pregnant. It was springtime when I wrote this song and recorded it for the first time. And it just didn't feel like you have to go through periods of I got free products from some major labels when I was pregnant because I was talking more about being pregnant. Now I've kind of changed my brand back to, hey, I'm a mom. I'm putting out more music. I'm an artist. I have always done lifestyle. I've always done health. I've always done fitness. I'm getting back into the fitness, but I had been doing the healthy eating and things. So you see where you step into different things, and like today was the day, the time is now that the song What I Like was supposed to drop. So I'm so excited. I really, yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
And don't you think too, like you saw as I was going through all of this, all of the changes in my life. And I think that it was also a reflection onto you
Hmm.
and helped you as well. And you helped me
Yep.
in so many ways.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my God is so good. Yes.
I
We're
won't kiss
so,
that lip
so,
pumper on.
oh, so grateful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Oh, oh my gosh.
the song today, how it's different from it's funny because it really does kind of tell my story of where I have been in with my love and my soulmate. So, Wait For It came out a few years ago, 2 years ago, I believe, for my birthday. Yeah, 2 years ago. Batty Blue came out. And this song, What I Like, is about my relationship with my fiance. So it's about living with a man, and it's about saying, we're soulmates, but tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. This is what I like, and this is what I don't like. So it's interesting how it's such a different song. It's still about love, and it's still about, having a soulmate. But it's a different time. It's a People who have followed my music and my career, like I think once they listen to this one today, they'll hear this is about a relationship.
Yeah.
This is different.
I think that's so good. It's so important to to be open like that and to say this is what I like and this is what I don't like.
Yeah. And compromise, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's definitely about compromise.
Yes.
Yes. This, as you can tell, this work, the law of attraction, the law of vibration, all of that can attract to you everything that you want. So, the last book that I published was an anthology called Unleash Her: Real Stories of Healing from the Inside Out. And it's kind of crazy because in this process, I just kept following. Um, I know it was God speaking to me, and it turned into this beautiful book. I can't believe I don't have one right here to hold up. Um, but it was 12 women that wrote a chapter and shared their stories of what they went through and how they healed from the inside out. And so returning to love, returning back to love and saying, I know I went through these things, but I'm okay. And maybe I went through those things so I can help others. And you also, Paige also wrote a chapter in that book, which was incredible. That was so good. And it's all of this experiences that we went through because we do know that that is part of our purpose. Our purpose is to find out how to share the light with people and get the darkness away.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I think stepping into your highest version of yourself, wanting to meet your soulmate is really wanting to meet yourself, and wanting to meet a partner. And my baby's my soulmate too. That's a soul connection. Like you said, it's relationships as well, but it's always stepping into your higher purpose. It's having the vision boards that I'm looking at, and really being that person, and being vulnerable, and talking to people in person and sharing vulnerable information and going onto the internet. Now that we have that, you might as well take advantage of it
Yeah.
and being vulnerable on there. And that's part of stepping into your purpose, and that will help carry you to the goals that you want to align yourself with. Like, I could not imagine, like, I really do truly believe, like, I will, and I mean, yeah, I'd love to receive a Grammy, but like, just a major accomplishment. Not that I necessarily have an absolute goal, like it has to be this, but like my song heard around the world, that's my accomplishment that I'm working towards. And in order to get to that point, I have to connect with myself, and I have to step into that every single day. I was up with my newborn son. I was really tired. He slept better than ever last night. He slept for 2 5-hour periods, but I was up thinking. So I was awake because of my own issues and because I wasn't authentically being her. And that's why I woke up today and I was like, you know what? We're going to show up for this Zoom call because we're going to get into a higher mindset. We're going to continue to show up and be that person. And how you're going live, I'm going to go live later and talk about my song. And I just think it's about continually, going after your purpose. It's really important because I couldn't imagine living this life and having goals and never sharing them with anyone, or wanting a soulmate and never finding him.
Yeah. And
Imagine.
and what is it stopping us? Fear. Fear. And it's fear of so many different things. It is, I can see it. I have seen people that are so talented that have such big dreams in life, but they never chase those dreams because they're afraid. They're afraid of failure. That's a huge one. Afraid of failure. Being on here today is huge for me. Okay? This is huge. I stepped out of my boundaries. I let go of fear and I let go of judgment, of worrying of what other people were going to think of me, because I know that this is my purpose and I know that I'm here to help others and I know that I can. I know that. But the people, but all of you listening here, okay? What do you want? Do we forgot? You wake up and you're freaking 50 and you're like, "What happened?" You know? I mean, wait a minute. What are the dreams that I had? I told someone I wanted to write a book 20 years ago. Okay? And they laughed in my face. So I forgot about that. I let it go. Like, yeah, you're right. Who am I to think I can write a book? And I'm not here today to say, look at me now. I'm here to say, I did. I'm proud of myself, and what I did is helping others. And I knew I could do it. And if you had those dreams and if you have those goals, they were given to you by God. And so you need to follow that. And if you look at the people and everything you're surrounded by, and if you're surrounded by people that are negative and bringing you down, you might need to find some new friends. I'm sorry. Yes, you can still be friends. You just don't see each other as often. But you're looking for your tribe. You're looking for your people, and they are there. They are. Ask for it. Know what you want. Write it down. Be clear on your goals and everything that you're looking for, and you will attract that into your life. There are a lot of coaches out there, and there are a lot of good coaches, life coaches. I didn't even know it was a thing. I thought you had to be like a celebrity or a professional athlete to have like a a life coach or a relationship coach or whatever it may be. But things are changing, and it's time for us to step into this. We have more opportunity today than ever before. And you just don't know. We did some hard things. We made some big decisions the beginning of last year. Huge, very uncomfortable. I got very uncomfortable and I opened up my heart and I moved in with my boyfriend, and it was very difficult at first. I'm not going to lie, because I had been by myself for such a long time. But a year later, and after everything that happened last year and going through all of that letting go and the shedding, because that's why things hadn't come into my life, because I hadn't really got quiet. And we moved out here on 35 acres, and I really strengthened my relationship with God and who I am and who I want to be, and my life has totally changed. And I want this for everyone. So, thank you all for being here today. This has been so beautiful. I would love to hear what resonated most with you. I would love that. I want to know. I want to know where you're at in your life and how you feel about love. So, I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I know that if you're here, it's not by accident. That's not how it happens. When you ask for things, they are brought to you. When I wanted to write a book, the publisher was attracted into my life for my first book. And then from here on, I've learned how to do it myself. So we also have an anthology this year. We're putting together a team of women that also want to share their stories, women that are rising, women that have said, I have overcome some hardships and I am here and now I want to help others. And if that's something you want to be a part of, reach out, because we do have a few spots left for that. So I love you all. I can't wait to see you soon. We're just getting started. So cheers. Cheers to you. I love you all. I'll see you